Hey guys, girls, Joe Gehring here, Abeloff Buick-GMC and Kia. Wanted to bring you the 2021 Kia Stinger GT line. Stay tuned, see why this is an incredible car.
So here in the interior of the 2021 Kia Stinger GT1. The interior in this vehicle is very unique. It's this is the GT line, and I've talked to you guys a lot. I hope you would reference our other videos. We did a video where we talked about GT line in the Kia Forte, but we also did a K5 video. Actually, the interior of the K5 is top notch, but this is very different. I'm even going to go as far as to say, even though the Stinger is a bigger car on the outside, the K5 has a bigger interior for sure. But they are also meant for very different purposes. This is really designed to be, I'm going to call it a sports car. They brand it like a sports car. It's hard to call it a sports car because it truly is a four-door sedan that features a hatch. I mean, really, it would more closely compete with something like the Grand Touring, the 4 Series BMW. Also, Audi has a competitive vehicle in this segment as well. In the S5, they have the A7 and the S7, and then they have the A5 and the S5. This probably competes more with the A end of the spectrum. By the time you get to the S, I think this car is just outperformed, so to speak. But this is a performance car, and what makes it a performance car? Well, the cockpit is tighter. Again, the K5 has more space in it. There's no question about it. Also, the K5 has seats in it that are not designed to like really hold you and really support you. And actually, as Sam and I jumped in the interior of this car, the first thing Sam said, like, this is the most comfortable seats you're ever going to sit in. These seats feel like a hug. They really hold you super tight, and it's because the car is meant to handle well. It's meant to drive well. I guess all cars are meant to drive well, but it's a more performance-oriented car. Like, the suspension's going to be way stiffer in something like this. You're going to get more feedback through the steering wheel on something like this. Brakes are larger and set up for, more performance. And now this is the GT line. The GT line, like all of the cars in Kia's lineup, represents a car that has the look. All right, it's got the look. It looks good. It's got great wheels on it. Actually, the wheels are very similar to that as to what's found on the GT. The body moldings, the body kit, it's got, so much of this like anodized chrome look to it, and it just looks the part. It really is a super sharp car. Who's buying this car? Somebody who needs something that's a little more practical than a $40,000 or $50,000+ GT1 or GT2, which those cars are incredible and worth the money. There's been some debate whether they're worth the money, but this is for somebody who needs something that gets 30 miles to the gallon. This is for somebody who needs, this is their primary means of transportation. GT2 is probably not the car you're driving every single day. By the time you're spending, $50,000, I think they're about 54 if you get one nicely equipped. It's not the first thing you want to drive, every single day. This car is going to get great fuel economy. It's still got great performance. This is the 2-liter turbo. It's got the multi-drive mode, so you can select whether you want comfort or economy, or if you're looking for that sport. And because it's a turbocharged engine, the feedback that this thing gives you is incredible. It's great. 8-speed transmission. A little fun fact for you, even though the Stinger is the performance car here at Kia, no DCT transmission available. Every one of these cars gets the 8-speed automatic. I think that's something that has probably led people to question its performance, but the reality is the transmission's great. It's super fast, it's very responsive, and you don't need to put it into launch mode to get it to go fast off the line. You put the pedal down and it flies. I mean, especially in a GT2, I mean, the thing is just unbelievable powerful. The saying is that people buy horsepower, but they drive torque, and that car is a prime example of that. So, I've talked to you guys a lot about the build quality of Kia. It's incredible. They've done such a good job, and this car is over the top special. To just be able to see everything that's around it and touch and feel the materials, this is a very well built car and a beautiful car. So Kia brands this their sports car. For all intents and purposes, there's a lot of reasons they do, and they're valid. This car is a great driving, very performance-oriented car. Now, the GT line, talked about it a little bit earlier, but it's a car that looks the part, and it looks great. It's not the fastest car in the lineup, but it does feature the 2.0-liter turbo. It's going to be a head turner. It's going to get attention everywhere it goes, and this car does just that. Great wheels on it, incredible badging, so much presence on the road. These things are just head turners. People see these because it's not a Honda Accord, right? It's not
a Hyundai Sonata. Rest in peace, the Kia Optima, but it's not any of those cars. It's a sedan. Yes, it is a sedan to some degree. It's a full-blown hatch. You know, again, this car is going to compete largely in part with the, you know, the S series, the A5. It's also going to compete a lot with the 4 series, that Grand Touring model. The performance aspect of this car is probably not going to be on par with the Audi or the BMW. When you start to really compare those cars to the Kia is when you get into the GT series, the true GT series, where it comes with the 3.3 liter twin turbo engine. This is a 2 liter single turbo engine. Both feature that 8-speed transmission, but both are great driving cars. They just really serve 2 different customers. You know, this is probably somebody's daily driver versus the GT2, which, you know, if you got the means, I'm going to call it, to buy a mid-$50,000 sedan, it might not be your only car, or you're not a person who's just driving that much. This car is going to, again, you got to get much better fuel economy, and it's just going to be more practical on the daily drive. Also, this vehicle starts MSRP $39,000, not the starting price. My God, for $39,000, you could buy the fully loaded Honda Accord, and you'd probably still have a couple bucks left over, wouldn't you? Yeah, you would, except for this vehicle is typically going to be featured with a lot more rebates. So transaction price wise, you know, this vehicle does fall in line with the top end of the sedan ranges. Why would you buy something like this over a fully loaded Accord, or even a fully loaded K5 for that matter? This car has all-wheel drive. Those cars do not. And, you know, for people, you know, who live in a certain area, all-wheel drive is a must for a lot of folks in Northeast Pennsylvania. Even though the snow hasn't been as bad the last couple years, hopefully I don't jinx us here in this video, but you know, when you need it, you need it. If you don't got a choice but to get out there, you need all-wheel drive. So that's why this is an incredible car. It's an incredible handling car for that reason too. A front-wheel drive car could never handle like an all-wheel drive car will. Even rear-wheel drive, you know, especially in the Northeast area, even a little bit of snow is a problem for a rear-wheel drive car. And, you know, that's where the performance victory goes to all-wheel drive all day long. And this is an incredible all-wheel drive system they put in this car. But Sammy and I love bringing you these videos. Please leave comments in the description below, or leave comments in the area below. Hit the like button, and please subscribe to our channel so that poor Sammy can validate all these videos he makes me come out here and do. But we appreciate you so much for spending your time with us, checking out all of these great cars that we're able to offer you. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. Tell us which one of these cars you like more, Panthera Metal or Ebony Black Metallic. Thank you so much. We hope you and your family have a great weekend, and please be safe out there.